Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Collins Family Urban Homestead. I'm Larry Collins, and today is February the 15th. It is time to get our tomato seeds started and get to rocking. These are what we're going to be planting today. These are from Haas Seed. These are Amish paste tomatoes. This is the tray that I'm using from Haas. This is the first time using these. These trays are, we did a review a while ago, are nice and sturdy. And it's got, if I can get this apart. There we go. That's to catch the water. The trays go in there, and the humidity dome goes on there like that. And we're going to be filling it with the tomato seeds here. So the first thing we need to do is go fill this thing full of soil. I've already got the soil. It's the Pro Mix from Haas as well. I've got the soil in a container. I've pre-moistened it, gotten it good and wet and stuff, so that all I have to do is stuff it in here. I don't have to try to wet it while it's already in here. So let me go over and get this filled up. I'll take you on that journey, and we will be back to you in a minute. So here I am filling up the trays with soil. This is pretty simple. You just take it and kind of pack it in. Already, like I said before, this soil is already pre-moistened. I moistened it earlier. We're just kind of packing these in. When you moisten it, you want to make sure that this soil is kind of holding water. You can kind of feel it, and it kind of holds together like that in a clump. I'm sure somebody's going to say I'm doing this wrong, but this is how I'm choosing to do it today. If I were doing this next week, I may totally do this different. And then we have a tray that is ready to be have seeds in. So we'll get back to you in a second. Okay, we got this set and ready to go right now. I just need to punch some holes in it. But before we get there, I kind of want to show you something with the way I do it and lighting and stuff. This happens to fit. If you've ever seen one of those AeroGardens set up, I like to use those for transplants and specifically for the grow lighting that goes on top of them, not for transplant, but for seed starting. This happens to fit on that really well. So let me show you that. Kind of move this out of the way here for a second and show you the AeroGarden setup with this. So here's one of my AeroGardens. I get these, I'll find these at garage sales every now and then, or online or something like that. I'll get them used. I don't usually buy them brand new, but this is kind of one of the first ones that I got. And if you'll see, this guy, as you can see, this guy will fit underneath there just fine, even with the humidity dome it fits on. And this is at the lowest setting as well. You can, as these grow and you need to move the light away from it, trying to do this, and this can go quite a bit higher, so you got plenty of room to get that. So you've got plenty of room here, and this can come down quite a bit lower. Makes a really good grow light. That this is specifically what this is designed for. So I'll come back later. Well, let me put all this up. I'll come back and we'll see about getting the actual tomatoes, the seeds started. Okay, be back in a minute. Okay, so got this set back up now, so I'm going to go through here and poke my holes in here. That gives me all the holes, and now I'll set that over there. And I'm planning on planting all this entire package of seeds. Brought a little saucer paper plate thing here to put these on. I kind of want to keep everything as dry as I can, if that's possible. It's just there we go. If you can kind of get an idea, that's how many seeds were in there. They said there should be about 25 seeds in the packet, so if that's the case. I got 24. There should be enough for one per thing here, so we'll see how this goes. I'll come back to you when this all gets planted up. I'm sure you don't want to see me putting all of these in here. Okay, I had more than enough to cover every one of these cells with seeds. Matter of fact, I probably put 2 or 3 in each hole, if not a little bit more. Of course, you missed it. I was trying to take the stuff out of the stuff and spilled half of the seeds. Matter of fact, all the seeds, I think, all over the table. I was able to get them back on the plate and get them done. So my clumsiness with it, I should have kept filming for all of that fun stuff, but I turned the camera off by that time. So next thing is I just need to take some of the leftover soil here and just kind of sprinkle it lightly over the top. Kind of put a slight covering over them. Tap it down just a little bit. Just a little bit more. And that should take care of that. And this is already pretty moist. With the solid tray into the bottom, you can water from the bottom. So all I have to do is figure out how to lift up one end, fill that full of water in there, and then I'll do from the bottom. We'll water from the top the first few times. But I'm going to put this out today, but I want to follow on with this and kind of follow the day by day. How long is it going to take for these to actually germinate, and where they're at along the journey. So today's February the 15th, and I'll come wrap this up in a minute. We'll get it set up, we'll get it set on grow lights, and we'll come back to you. The AeroGarden is set up here. One thing I wanted to mention before we get into this, this is the, kind of take this off here for a second. This is the way a normal AeroGarden is set up. This holds water, and then you put your hydroponic kind of stuff in here and it fills up. Turn this light off. So what you do want to do before you start all this is you want to fill this up with water, because there is a pump on here, and unless you want to totally drain the pump and short something out, that needs to have water in it. Kind of common sense, but so keep this filled with water. It has nothing to do with your plants. It's more for the sake of this machine, making sure everything works great with that. Okay, so this is where it's going to sit for at least a little while. If I get some other seeds started, then we'll have to do some rearranging. I've got it set up here now without the light on. As soon as I turn the light on, it's pretty bright, how you can see there, and that'll AirGarden set up for 12 hours on, 12 hours off, and it'll automatically turn the light on. So all I gotta do is basically kind of come in each morning or afternoon, verify everything's working right, verify my timing is all set, and so that's how I tend to start my seeds until I get a better setup. Eventually, I've actually bought a grow light here the last week or so. I've just got to do a lot of work to this room, get some stuff cleared up to kind of get that set up so that I can start doing it. This is my catch everything room, and everything gets thrown in here. But this is kind of where I do my seed starting so that it stays out of everybody else's way. So I'll take you along. We'll go by on a kind of a daily basis and see how these are progressing. And God bless, and we will see you on the next video.